And here I am again, awaiting him for a year at least, other than we see each other, is Tyrone Williams Jr. from the Community Service Unit. And you do everything.
I do a few things,
Yeah, well,
fortunately.
tell us what you do.
So, hello everybody. I'm Lieutenant Tyrone Williams Jr. of the Montclair Police Department. I currently command the Community Service Unit and the Juvenile Aid Bureau. And I'd like to once again welcome you to our National Night Out for 2021. And if you don't know what National Night Out is all about, this is where we have the opportunity to give our community the chance to meet their public safety units, police, fire, ambulance, animal control, everybody that provides those types of services to the township, and it gives us the time to get together and talk amongst each other and get to learn each other and know who we are, what we're about, and how we serve this community. So I thank you all for Robin once again being here, our on the job reporter all the time. She works hard, and we appreciate her being here year after year. So thank you all and enjoy.
I'm here with Montclair 4th Ward Town Councilor David Cummings, who is actually a new member of the council. Well, not from today, from the last election. And I wanted him to talk about some 4th Ward issues, also especially for people. What area is the 4th Ward here in town?
Well, it's considered the south end of town, but
Okay.
basically from, you figure Ardsley Road and Grove Street, up Chestnut to Essex Arena,
Okay.
and then beyond where the train tracks are to Grove Street, on all the way down Grove Street is weird here because it's sort of like opposite side of Glenridge Avenue to Gates Avenue to Hawthorne, and then Hawthorne down to Elm, and then Elm Street on the east end all the way down. And then from the southern end, basically take Ardsley down towards Glen Ridge, Walnut Crescent, Maple Avenue, Mountainside Hospital.
So it could be a little confusing.
Well, yeah, it can
Because
be.
it also was redistricted.
Yeah, that was a while ago, right?
So
just a little bit, but
third
Roy, right? Yeah, the third and fourth, where the Essex area and Ardsley, that section is where it kind of gets confusing, as well as Lackawanna Plaza. Right, one side of Lackawanna, not the other. So Lackawanna Plaza, where the ShopRite, or the ShopRite, where the old Pathmark used to be, on that side of Gates, where the Greek Taverna restaurant is, down to Hawthorne. So the Hawthorne Towers on the west, left, yeah.
So tell us, what issues, if any, had caused you to run for council, or what are the issues that most of the residents and the constituents are dealing with? Because you brought up Lackawanna.
Well, what I'd say is I don't think any issue made me run as much as I said previously, Dr. Baskerville asked me to run. And, I feel like having the opportunity to serve a community and a ward that I grew up in, and so many people before me were so instrumental in my life. Yeah, just being able to follow those footsteps was awesome. And I think right now, of course, getting a grocery store and getting Lackawanna Plaza done, that's the big ticket item. But on a smaller part, it's getting the Nishawayne Park redone. Making sure that the streets are done, making sure residents are safe, that the streets are done, like I said. But all in all, it's kind of not so much maintaining what we have, but making sure Montclair, in particular the 4th Ward, because that's what I represent, is still a community that diversity is important, but that we're all getting along. I mean, you got me, like tonight, my first national night out, I'm on the Montclair Ambulance Unit Board, I'm on the Montclair Business Improvement District Board. So seeing, on the Public Safety Committee, so the police, fire, ambulance, all come under areas of the township that I interact with. And so, it's not 150 degrees out here. It's a beautiful night. And just being able to come in, walk, talk to the people that you email or Zoom on. And thank God weather's better, COVID and everything. So we're able to interact again. So, it's just a good time to be out.
And tell our viewers, how would people contact you?
Oh, it's easy. You can always reach me at my email address, dcummings, that's DCUMMINGS, at MontclairNJUSA.org. Cell phone number is 973-787-4253. And it's very important that people do reach out, because my whole thing is we as counselors can't see everything. So what the community sees, please bring that to me. Right now, I've had multiple people talk to me about our parking meters being broken. So that's something that I don't see because I work from home, and when I'm not there, I'm going town hall or anything, so I'm not really parking in the streets, right? So it's been brought up to my attention by enough people from different areas that it is something I think the council has to look at when you talk about issues, right? Absolutely. Not something that you think is a big issue, but it's something that impacts.
Hi, I'm here with Montclair Chief of Police, Todd Conforti. A year that we missed each other, and now we're back again on August 3rd, 2021. And I wanted the viewers to find out more about the chief and what's going on with Montclair Police and around town. How are you?
Sure. Thank you, Robin.
I'll be leaving.
Before I start, I just want to first mention this past year, as we all know, was like any other year that we've had before. It's been difficult for many. We still have a lot of challenges ahead of us, but I hope everyone's staying safe and healthy. And the only way I believe we're going to get through this is if we all work together. But in regards to National Night Out, it's an event that started back in 1984. It's held annually. It's great for the public and the community to come out and meet some of our officers in various units and hopefully walk away with a better understanding of some of the things that we do. It helps build public trust. It forms partnerships, it helps prevent crime, and ultimately keeps our community safe. I'm hoping this evening that I'll get to meet as many people as possible, and I hope whoever does come out, they get a chance to enjoy themselves.
I wanted to know, I know it's summer now, we're slowly coming out. Are there any special issues or anything that's new with Montclair Police?
That's actually a great question. This year, the officers, at some point, probably in the fall, will be outfitted with police body cameras. And they're going to help with police accountability, transparency, building trust, hopefully bring a quicker resolution to complaints. The officers are looking forward to being equipped with the cameras. I think it's going to be great for the department as well as the community. As soon as we have a date that we can roll the cameras out, we'll do some type of public announcement so that everyone is well aware of what we're doing.
Okay, and I have a personal request about the Citizens Police Academy. Okay. For those of us who went through it, yes. If you would ever consider, when things calm down, to have like an advanced class. I am telling you.
Yeah, unfortunately, and you're great coming to that. Unfortunately, last year, a lot of the outreach that we did had to be canceled. Some of it we did do on Zoom, but a lot of it had to be canceled. So moving forward, I know with the Community Policing Bureau, we have quite a few events that will be scheduled throughout the next few months in the coming year. But that'll be one of them, the Citizens Police Academy, and I know it gets well attended, so I appreciate when you do come out. I do have two other officers here that I would like you to speak to. If you could.
So I am a detective within the Vice Squad, okay, and we. The name tag. Yeah. So we do actually do narcotics outreach with people battling many types of addictions, whether it be opioid or other. And we try to provide many resources for that individual, when they're ready to seek help.
That's a big issue.
Yes, it is. It's a huge issue.
Doctors and healthcare facilities are being much more mindful about not prescribing opioids to people as often. So that's terrific. And will you be around more community events? Are you going to be around? Because I know there's the back to school backpack giveaway with
Yeah.
the Sentinels?
Yeah, so I'll definitely be around,
Great.
and I'm directed by my lovely sergeant here, Detective Sergeant
Well,
Cunningham.
this is who we're
Yeah.
going to speak to now.
That's right. Oh yeah.
Okay, so here we are, Detective.
How you doing?
Name Cunningham?
Yes, Charles Cunningham. And like Detective Mateo McLean said, the chief, his efforts are unwavering to support the community and those suffering from addiction. And we're constantly conducting community outreach initiatives to help those that are suffering. And with the epidemic that was going on with COVID, a lot of the resources that people were used to receiving, they were strained. So there had been an uptick in overdoses, some fatal and some non-fatal. So that just really put the pressure on us to be more active and proactive in what we were doing for the community. And we've had unwavering support from the chief, and he's in touch with what's going on in the community, and he allows us to do what we think is best for the community with regards to rehabilitation and those that are in need of help.
And I'm sure we'll see you too at the backpack
Without a
event.
doubt.
I tell you, especially now with what's been going on the past year, I was saying a lot of parents had to give up their jobs and they didn't have a job that translated to working from home. So this year it's even more important. I spoke to Detective Sanders, who said that the registration for the event will go live August 16th.
Great.
So people could
Great.
register, and it's K through 12.
Okay, great.
Okay, we
Definitely
look
be
forward
there.
to seeing you
Thank you
again.
very much for
Thank
what you
you.
do.
I'm back here with Detective Captain James Lawler. And will you tell our viewers which division you're involved with?
Yes, I'm a detective captain with the Montclair Police Department, and I've been with the agency for 29 years, and right now my current assignment is a detective captain with the investigative division. What I like to do is just give the public just a quick tip. Fortunately, we don't really experience too many violent crimes in Montclair, which is a very good thing, but what we do experience is we do experience car thefts and car break-ins. One of the tips I'd like to convey to the public is lock your doors every night. And also another tip is do not keep your key fob in the car, because a lot of times some of these car thieves, they're just going in to steal change and some money, but when they do come across the key fob, they do take the entire vehicle, and most of the time it's either found in surrounding towns, or a lot of times they're shipped onto containers and sent overseas. So to keep your car in your driveway, I would definitely suggest to keep your key fob in your house.
Well, you know, that's a good point, because Montclair has an anti-idling law.
Yes.
So when people say they're warming up the car
Yes.
in their driveway with the
Correct.
key in the ignition, never mind if their car is stolen,
Correct.
they still can be cited
Absolutely
for
can.
idling. Also,
Absolutely.
when you had said what not to leave in the car, I am so surprised what's reported when it comes to crime.
Yes.
What's taken out of cars? It's amazing.
Yes.
$10,000 worth of jewelry.
Oh, yeah.
And
Expensive sunglasses.
thousands worth of clothing. And I know even on a bad day, everyone has that place where they keep all those quarters for the
Yes,
laundry
that is
or
correct.
tolls.
That is correct.
So that's
Yeah,
a
so-
really great tip. And hopefully we'll see Detective Captain Lawler soon again.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
By the way, for the one of you that don't know who this is counselor, who's a counselor, Bill Hurlock, or William Hurlock, who is our deputy mayor and first ward representative. Did I get that right?
That is correct. Thank
Yay
you.
me.
Well done.
Okay, so why are we here? She asked rhetorically.
Well, it's great to be here again, honestly,
Thank you.
because as you pointed out, last year, unfortunately, because of the pandemic, we weren't able to have this outing.
And 2 years ago, we almost got
We
taken
had
out
a
by the
storm.
monsoon.
That's right. We had a
The
monsoon
microburst.
right at the time that we started. So yeah, it's great to be back here again with everyone out this evening. We got gorgeous weather. It's great to be out here to support the community services that are offered here in town, whether it's the Montclair Police Department, Montclair Fire Department, EMS We've got the YMCA, we have the animal shelter. We have so many of our community groups here. It's great to see everybody out and about and that we're able to get to this stage. Hopefully we keep moving forward with the pandemic and with the restrictions, and that we can still continue to do this next year and the year after.
Okay, and I just wanted to ask, other than, well, the wonder of the Bellevue Branch Library opening up again.
Yes.
And it's been so helpful because, we've had a little bit of an issue with the main branch with some electrical and climate issues that we've had to go to another library. So you did the ribbon cutting. And when is the Bellevue Library open now?
Yeah, so the Bellevue Avenue Library is getting back to its normal service hours, which was the 2 days a week to start, and it'll progressively get more and more. We're thrilled that we have the library open again and that there was that hiccup where it closed. We're also thrilled. There's a lot going on in Upper Montclair, which I have the privilege of representing.
I got my passport. Tell me more.
Well, I'm glad. I look forward to
I got it
escorting
just to
you.
go see you because I live in the 4th Ward. There's a lot of
We've got the
business.
Bellevue Avenue Theater coming back online, hopefully by
The
this
new
fall.
pizzeria.
There's a new pizzeria.
Have you
yes.
been?
I have. It's delicious. Yes.
By the slice or by the pie?
I'm a by the pie kind of guy. Yeah.
Okay, so that
Yeah.
was the answer to that.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on in Upper Montclair. We're thrilled, even during the pandemic, with all that the country's really experienced, but particularly in Montclair. It shows the resilience of the Montclair community, how we pulled together during the pandemic, we've moved forward, and we're all really here supporting each other, and there's a lot of great things to come.
We didn't hang in there for 18 months for nothing.
Exactly.
Well, we need
Yes.
our payback now, which is new stores, new businesses, new events.
Yes.
So I thank our deputy mayor for being with us, and we're going to walk around a lot more, and we're going to probably see him forever, right? Your 19th term soon?
I don't know about that, but we'll count. Thank you, Robin, for having me as always. It's a pleasure every year to get together at this great event, and all throughout the year we work together, and you do so much for the community. Thank you.
Okay, here to highlight one of my favorite places in town, Montclair's Animal Shelter. And I wanted to have our viewers get to know more about the shelter. And this is our animal control supervisor.
Michelle.
Yeah. Okay, you want me to hold this?
Sure. So we're here during National Night Out as far as animal control to help promote what animal control does and help with the community for any animal issues, whether it's wildlife, lost dogs, cats that need CNRing, things like that. And the animal shelter is a good source for people to find their family pets. We have a lot of variety of different dogs, different cats, all different ages, different sizes. So there's usually something for everybody there at the shelter.
And I know we talked prior to going on air, and I asked if there's been a significant increase in adoption during the pandemic. I mean, people were in the house with
Yes.
their family. They needed an animal to break up the...
Yes. In the beginning, there was kind of an influx of people, and then we had adopted out some dogs. We had sent some dogs out to foster, and then it kind of plateaued out a little bit. And then when people figured that they were going back to work, then there was a concern that those animals were going to be coming back to the shelter. But our team does a good job with adoption counseling beforehand, so we know what the long-range goals are of the families. So we know that it's a long-term placement, and if it wasn't a long-term placement, then it would be a foster situation. So when they were ready to go back to work, then the dog would come back to the shelter. But the longer the animals are there, 9 times out of 10, they don't come back to the shelter.
And the address of the animal shelter is?
We're at 77 North Willow Street in Montclair.
And people can visit?
We're open every day of the week between 1 and 4 p.m.
I'm here with very important people from Hackensack Meridian Health, or what we know it as Montclair Mountainside Hospital. It's actually Montclair Glen Ridge, but we all claim it, don't we? And we're going to find out some more information, which I found out even about vaccines. So first, we're speaking to
Flore Cruserpa, Community Health Manager, and we participate in this event every year just because we want to be out in the community and educating our communities. We provided vaccines today. We were excited to have 3 people get vaccinated.
I'm so thrilled to know.
Me
I
too.
didn't know that. That's
You know, we want to be able to give the opportunity for people who want to possibly have the Pfizer, but if they don't feel comfortable and they just want to get the Johnson & Johnson, we
You
were
did
able
the
to offer
Pfizer?
them.
Is
We
that
did
what
Pfizer today, correct. Yeah, so we were excited about that.
And who else were you with?
And I'm Michelle. I'm the director, Michelle Rombough, the director of the emergency department at Mountainside, and I'm here
I
running
love
our.
Mountainside, really.
I
mean,
do too.
I find we live right near NYU in Manhattan. I find it is friendly and is easy to
appreciate
navigate,
that.
even if you have to be in the hospital.
No
So
one
tell
wants
me-
to be, but
Or visiting. I mean, people do give birth there, which is
that
nice
is
too.
true. That is a wonderful event.
Oh my, look! They have a favorite stuffed friend for.
So I ran the teddy bear clinic. I was lucky enough to be the nurse who got to fix teddy bears today. So I got to tell kids a little bit about basic first aid, and we talked about washing our hands, and it was wonderful to be with the kids in the community.
It's
and,
nice
and
to
have
know
fun.
that we could get back to
Yes.
bring in your teddy bear and don't be so frightened. And I'm here with Deputy Chief Chris Kendall of the Montclair Ambulance Unit. And he's here to tell us about maybe health and safety and how you too can learn CPR.
Yeah, so like we were saying, our big push we're doing right now is getting everybody at least their basic CPR, which the newest standard we're pushing is hands-only CPR. A lot of people still think of doing mouth-to-mouth, which we don't. It's still something we teach, but for the general layperson, all we want you guys to do is if you ever see an adult or a teenager fall to the ground and stop breathing, call 911. And then once you get us on the way, we just want you guys to go over to them in the center of their chest as best as you can, push hard and fast, deep in the center of the chest. And, just
And
keep
you know
doing
if
that.
someone answers you, they're breathing.
Yeah, if they push you
So-
off, or
because
they
we
tell
were
you,
taught to say,
let's stop
"Are
doing
you
that."
okay?"
So we don't do that anymore. Actually,
You don't,
We
'cause-
just check to see if they're breathing. If they're not breathing, you
So
start CPR right
you would
away.
put your ear,
Nope,
your
just
face.
look at them and look
Okay.
and see if you see any chest rise. If you don't see
Okay.
their chest rising, assume they're not breathing. Call 911 and start pushing right in the center of the chest.
Okay, and how many compressions would it be?
Just keep pushing until we get there.
Okay.
You're not stopping to do breaths or anything like that. We just want you to keep pushing as fast and as hard as you can, and then we'll be there as soon as we can. We'll take over for you.
Okay, I'm here with Bob Russo, at-large counselor on Montclair Town Council. And tell me, if you don't know who Bob Russo is, you've never lived here before, right?
That's right. I guess I've been on the council for 4 or 5 terms, but first ward in the upper Montclair area, then at large and as mayor for 1 term. Just came out tonight with the night out with our Montclair police and our Montclair firefighters, and trying to get everybody to understand, public safety is very important, and you've got to be vigilant and watch your own neighborhoods and watch your own property and, protect yourself. We can't be everywhere. But Montclair government here, starting with our Mayor Sean Spiller and all our council members, we're doing the best we can to provide public safety, and we want everybody to be vigilant and supportive and helpful, work together.
And one thing I did want to mention, one of our other councilors, David Cummings, said, if you have any issues or concerns or comments, please contact your ward representative or especially our at-large counselor,
At-large Councilman
Bob
Bob
Russo.
and Peter Iacobellis and Mayor Spiller.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for seeing us. Here we are still at a lovely, balmy National Night Out, August 3rd, 2021, with Lori Price Abrams, who sits on the town council and represents the 3rd Ward. I remembered it. Amazing.
Absolutely, every
Hi.
detail. Hello, Robin.
Nice to see
Nice
you.
to be with you and nice to be out with everybody here. I am so pleased that this event is taking place here in the 3rd Ward, and it's a magnificent part of town that I have the privilege to represent for the last year. I just had a tour from Chief Herrmann of this new fire truck. It's got exceptional capacity that's really helping out our town, and when we need to, we're a resource to other towns with this amazing piece of equipment. And it's just nice to see families out, and the evening is cooperative, and just really getting to know some of the services that are provided for us by the professionals that we have in
And this
the
is
town.
why we moved here, because it's so walkable, and you can go everywhere and see everything, and I get so many ideas about people to write about.
Well, absolutely.
So
So
thank you
it's-
so much, because
it's colorful.
Sitting on the town council is more than a labor of love.
Well,
It's
thank
a lot
you.
of hard work.
Its
We
work
thank
is a
you.
privilege at the same time, by all means, and so
Terrific.
out just to meet folks.
Well, we're going to walk
Thank
around
you.
some more.
Thanks, Rick.
I'm here with Fire Chief John Herrmann of Montclair Fire Department, and we're back again on a beautiful, balmy summer night. Not too hot, not raining. So, what are we going to talk about tonight? I hear we have a new truck.
Yes, we recently did accept delivery of a new ladder truck. We really excited to have it. It's going to serve the community well. We had a great committee that did a lot of hard work in putting it together. You wouldn't know normally what work goes into it, but there's a lot of specifications that have to be drawn, a lot of thought given to the equipment that's carried. So if we were to take a walk around, you'd certainly see how much thought went into it and how everything has a place. But also what's even more impressive is the equipment that's on it and the capabilities that we have to handle any type of emergency. We have a new fire official, Ron Cataniu's doing a tremendous job, and so again, we're always there, 24/7. We are looking forward now that things are opening up to, it's nice to see the kids coming to visit and their parents, so really looking forward to getting things back to normal. Yeah, thanks, Robin.
Okay, and we had a wonderful time here tonight at National Night Out, August 3rd, 2021, and we couldn't go without speaking to our mayor, Sean Spiller. So, hi, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Listen, I got to tell you, first and foremost, it's great to see you, right? And to be able to do this.
It's great to see everybody. It's great to be
right.
The attendance
Was really impressive.
A little
Yep.
smaller, but the fact so many people.
I wasn't surprised with that in terms of I know people have been itching to get out, and quite frankly, Montclair, kudos to you, Montclair, have done the right thing, getting vaccinated, allowing us to be in an environment like this outdoors safely. It's an important piece, so thank you to everyone out there who's done that. If you haven't gotten that vaccination yet, please do.
Well, here's something that people, they were giving vaccines right here.
Yes.
From Hackensack, Liberty, and Mountainside.
Giving out vaccines here. We're doing it at a town hall, walk-in basis. Anyone who wants one, vaccines are available. Please get one, and it's going to help us all, finally put this behind us.
And Mayor Spiller is busy with so many issues here with the town, just on a daily basis.
Well, you're looking at it. We've got restaurants that need help at times, although thankfully really coming back in a strong way. Our vacancy numbers are really low right now in spaces, which is nice to see. You see the community back out in ways, trying to, doing it safely. So we're still in Montclair. We're a pretty hot place to be, but we all know that there's still much work to be done.
We're going to go get something. It's been a long afternoon, and I didn't drink anything.
We'll find something.
So